What's up, everybody? Is this thing live? Let me know in the comment section down below if you can hear me, or in the post a comment. Let me know if you can hear me. Hit the number 1 if this thing is live. Let me pull up a browser and see if I can actually see anything here. I'm going to pull up the YouTube side and see if we are live. It says I'm live. See anything? Oh, let me mute that. All right, so, whoops. I think I just closed that out. All right, let's see. All right, so C Griller Stacker hit the number 1, so it appears that we are live. So that's a good sign. Please hit that thumbs up button. Loud and clear. Silver Patriot. Thanks so much for joining, and anybody else who's going to join. Really no plan tonight. I decided to go live at the last minute. Actually, most of my lives are at the last minute because, well, I never schedule these things in advance. So it's always a pop-up live is what I usually do. And really, I've been going on other people's live streams recently, and I've been having a lot of latency and internet problems. So really, I'm coming on here to test more than anything just to make sure that this thing is working. And so it seems like it is working. So what's everybody doing tonight? What's everybody up to? How's everybody doing? Polly Buck was in here earlier. Don't know if he's still here. So what's up, Polly Buck? Donald in New Mexico. Safety 13. Silver Patriot. C Griller Stacker. What is up, guys? Bandit Jones. So, like I said, no real plans. I did do some polls, some community polls a couple of days ago. Well, one today, I did one yesterday. The one today was asking about what does everybody think the spot price of silver is going to be? What's the floor or what's the bottom that everybody thinks it's going to be? Let me check and see what that poll was real quick. Let me go over to my poll that I did today and see what the poll results are so far. So it looks like I had $18, $17, $16, and $15 at then lower than $15. And so far, the winning percentage is 25% of 128 votes. 25% says $16 is going to be the lowest that silver is going to go. I know I had one comment on that post that said below $7 with $14 premium. So that would be interesting if that is something that we do see. But what does everybody who's in this live stream here think? What is the bottom that silver is going to get as far as spot price? Clean Money is in here. He says you cannot measure silver in dollars. Silver Bull 30, $14 to $16. How's it going, Clean Money? Haven't seen I checked your channel today, and it seems like you haven't done a video in about a month. Seems like, probably busy at work? Not a lot of time. What's going on? Hate to put you on a spot like that, but I did pull up your channel today to see if you had any posted videos. I do think the Fed is going to be meeting tomorrow, the 20th and the 21st. So that should all be pretty interesting to see how that goes. If we're going to have a 75 basis points, 100 basis points, what do you guys think? What's the Fed going to do in a couple of days? And is that all baked into the markets? Is what the Fed is going to do? because the last time I did a video on it, the last time the Fed was to raise rates, what was it, in July? I thought that they were going to, I thought silver and gold was going to go down the next day, and it actually went up. So I was wrong on that. Let's see. Clean Money says more pain, stack fiat. Yeah, I think that's probably accurate. And Ricardo says he hopes for 16. Silver Bull 13 says hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. And by the way, everything in here is, as you all know, just entertainment purposes only. Don't know what exactly we're going to talk about today. We could be talking about the markets. But yeah, I think the Fed, when's the announcements, I think is going to be on the 21st. And I think it could be, like Clean Money indicated, it could be a wild ride. That's for sure. And who knows if it's going to be the end. But again, I think it's not so much what the Fed does, right? It's what Jerome Powell says following his move. So if he goes up 75 basis points, it's going to be a lot to do, I believe, in my opinion, what his remarks are going to be following that rate hike. I don't think it's any surprise that he's going to do a rate hike. In fact, it's going to be more of a surprise if he does nothing. But I think a lot of it's going to be, and why I think silver and gold actually went up after he raised rates in July by 75 basis points, is because he kind of made the markets feel good with his comments afterwards. Let's see. Silver Patriot says financial advice provided by, nope, not by me. Celtic Knot says only problem is all the metals might evaporate before then. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's see. I know there's been a slew of videos talking about how there's a silver shortage, but don't know if, not sure I believe that one or not. Let's see. All we've been hearing for the past year and a half or so is about how there's been a silver shortage. Secret Stacker says, hi everyone, sorry, but I think the rates will definitely go up at least 3/4 or 75 basis points. Polly Buck says plenty in my, I don't know, fill in the blank. Bandit Jones says silver shortage in my house. Yeah, there's definitely a silver shortage in my house. That's for sure, because I don't really have any silver in my house. So there's definitely a shortage in my house. It says, let's see, the price doesn't really go down. It's the value of the dollar that goes up. Yeah, we're right, because when the rates go up, the dollar tends to get stronger. When the Fed increases interest rates, the USD goes up typically. Polly Buck says plenty in my safe, no shortage here. Silver Eagle D104 says my local coin shop here in Chicago is very low in bullion. I was just at my local coin shop just what day was I there? Thursday? No, I was there on Friday. I was at my LCS on Friday, and they don't keep a lot of their silver and gold on the shelf. It's usually in the back in the safe, and they only have, one or two of each pieces that they have that's in the showcase. And a lot of the stuff they actually put on eBay. So some of the stuff doesn't even make it into their brick and mortar. It's sold on eBay. But they had plenty. They had plenty of gold, plenty of silver. In fact, I think this was the first time that I was at my local coin shop. I was there for about 45 minutes to an hour. And just as I was getting ready to leave, one person walked through the door. So I was there by myself for close to an hour until I was getting ready for me to go. And finally, somebody showed up. Prior experiences at my coin shop in the last couple of years is they've been jam packed. So they were, I had the run of the place for quite a while on Friday. All right, let's see. Clean Money says mine has plenty. Yeah, mine has plenty too. Now, as far as gold, they mainly had fractional gold eagles, a couple of 1 ounce gold eagles, and they had a 2022 gold 1 ounce Britannia. And that's all I can remember seeing as far as gold is concerned. I didn't see any buffaloes, but again, they could have had those back in the safe. Let's see. C Griller Stacker says that's what my LCS does as well. Yeah, it keeps most of it back in the safe. It's the best place for it. JD says, likewise, Donald, did you snag 2 coin? Okay, he's talking to Donald in New Mexico. Nick's coin says, it's Monday Night Football, right? Yep, I actually have Monday Night Football on with the volume down, and I'm keeping an eye on that football game. Only because of fantasy football importance in this game. Utah Coin Hunter says, is the U.S. Mint really not selling to the public right now? I'm not sure where that started. I'm not sure. I heard that rumor yesterday. So I went to the United States Mint. Now, are you talking about collectibles? What type? Because the United States Mint doesn't sell bullion to the public to begin with. So are we talking bullion or are we talking collectibles? Let me know. Utah Coin Hunter, what are you referring to? Please hit that thumbs up button too. 32 people. There is a shortage from the normal levels, but there is still a lot available. Donald in New Mexico. Let me see. I got to scroll back up in this chat. Hold on 1 second. I lost my place where I was. All right, down in New Mexico says I just got the reverse proof JD. I will get the RP later. Reverse proof of what? Are you talking about Libertads? I know you're a big Libertad fan. Sergeant T says, hey, I really enjoy your videos on the U.S. Mint. Very informative. Thank you. Silver Honda is talking about the 2019, none other than the 2019 San Francisco enhanced reverse proof that Silver Honda did not get because of the bots on the website. Because of, there was only 30,000 of them. And I think they only ended up selling 29,909, if I remember correctly. James Smith, hey, how's it going? Down in New Mexico. Polly Buck, 2 games tonight. That's right. It's one of those Mondays where there's going to be 2 Monday Night Football games tonight. I forget who's playing next. It's Tennessee and Buffalo right now, 7-7, tied game. Brown Sugar 0069. How's it going, Brown Sugar? Let me show that. For some reason, Nick's Coins comment was hiding, so I had to make that visible. Chris Bailey, how's it going? Good evening. Let's see. Keep scrolling me all the way down to the bottom of the chat, but I want to go back up and see what I missed. Silver Bull 30, I was at the coin shop and there wasn't much business, but Green Medical had car after car. It's a green rush. Green Medical. Down in New Mexico, very, oh, Minted AUAG, how's it going? Let's see. Rising Heritage, welcome. Down in New Mexico, talking to JD. Bad Gateway, 2 games tonight for sure. Yep. I think the next one, when does the next one come on? 8:20, I think. I think it's at 8:20. Sea Griller Stacker, I have one LCS that doesn't display its inventory at all. You have to ask for items and they will bring out from the back if you want to look through. Yeah, that's basically what my LCS did. I mean they do have a big display, and the LCS, the main one that I go to, they deal with also a lot of the modern bullion coins. So they buy from the public all the modern stuff. So if you want to sell certain things like Queen's Beasts and Kookaburras and koalas and all the modern Perth Mint and US Mint stuff, they basically buy everything. I know there's a lot of coin shops out there who don't like to deal in the modern stuff, and those are the ones that I usually stay away from. They're more, in my opinion, old school. I like the more modern stuff. All right, let's see what's going on. Bad Gateway says game 2, Eagles versus Vikings. That's right. Eagles versus Vikings. And I have the Eagles quarterback on my fantasy team, and I need a big game from Hurts tonight. Clean Money is telling Silver Honda, if you don't want to miss out on any more of the big, well, I guess you don't have to miss out on them anymore because now they're all on subscription basis, I guess, for the most part. But if you don't want to miss out on the hot US Mint releases, Silver Honda, Clean Money says upgrade your internet service. So contact your ISP like I did today because my internet was running horribly when I was on Nick's Coins live stream 2 weekends, 2 Saturdays in a row, and I kept getting lag. Nobody else had lag, but I did. So I called my ISP and I complained, and I think I fixed the problem. All right. Nick's Coins is talking to at Silver Honda that has a blue Honda. How are you? That's right. Silver Honda, if anybody didn't know, Silver Honda has a blue Honda, and he is super upset that he did not get the 2019 San Francisco Enhanced Reverse Proof. Anyone think any sovereign currency worth getting to? One thing that I just realized a couple of days ago, and I actually did a poll related to this in my community tab, is the Royal Mint in the UK. You can buy bullion on their website. I don't go to the Royal Mint website often, but you can buy bullion, gold, silver, Britannias, tubes, single coins, directly silver and gold, directly from their website. Is it about time we can do the same with Eagles? Kind of get rid of the middleman. Hopefully, it would be nice if we could not knock down some of them premiums that the United States Mint charges to their authorized purchasers. I think it used to be a lot less, but now I think it's $2.99 or $3 above spot, and we're paying $12, $13. I was looking at the bullion, all the bills, all the legislation, and I don't see anything on there that says they can't sell to us. But I could be missing something. But I may do a video on that. All right, let's see. Clean Money says, love the Royal Mint bars. Don't you love their gold Britannias too? I haven't. That's one thing I don't have yet either is a gold Britannia, which I should get one of those at some point. Silver Hustlin' 13 says, love the Libertads. Libertads, however you want to say it. All right, let's see. Week. Hold on. Let me see. See if I missed anything. Let me scroll up. Silver Honda says, go Buccaneers. If there's anything you want to say that you don't want me to miss, please type my, at Silver Wolverine in the chat so that it'll, I think it pops up in orange or something like that, so I don't miss your comments. If it's something that's directed to me, if you're just talking to each other, then don't worry about that. But I don't want to miss any comments that you're asking, that you're directing to me. So if you can do that, I'd appreciate it. Polybuck at Back Gateway. Okay, talking to Back Gateway. IBJI says, do you know anyone who bought those Fiji reverse proof Morgan and Peace dollars? And I do not. I don't know anybody. I know I didn't. I know I'm not interested in those. I don't even think we even know. I don't think they even showed what the mintages are or proposed mintages, if there is any. Plus, I don't really want a Morgan and Peace dollar reverse proof or otherwise with the big Fiji on the reverse of it, and I thought it was a bit overpriced anyway. So I don't know anybody who bought one. If you did, if anybody in this chat bought one, let us know in the comments. Bad Gateway says, I've lived in Ann Arbor since 1965. Came here as an 18-year-old rookie. Minted AUAG says, took fun of going to LCS away. Maybe I need to get some ideas to decide what to buy. TB12 bleeds the maize and blue, says Polly Buck, talking to Nick's Coins, and yes, he does. Bleeds that maize and blue. Silver Hustlin' 13. How about them Dolphins? Tua, real test coming up at Buffalo. Celtic not. If any LCS owner says they don't buy bullion, rounds, or collectibles, then I say, peace out. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there's a couple LCSs that I have. Well, one for sure that does not really deal in modern collectibles. I mean, they deal in collectibles like vintage numismatics, vintage peace dollars, vintage, everything, U.S. coinage. But a lot of them, older owners just don't get into that kind of stuff. Silver Honda says, I bought me more British Britannias in the past 2 weeks than I ever did. Speaking of British and Britannias, has anybody purchased the newer Tudor Beast that was released, or have you got into the Tudor Beast series at all? I have not, but curious to know if anybody else has. Donald in New Mexico, Nick Coyne says, sounds good tonight. Yeah, I think my main problem as far as streaming has been seeing everybody else. So I guess the better test would be getting somebody up in here would probably be a better test. But Minted AUAG also says, also don't refresh first, takes your time. I use Verizon. Okay, Verizon iPhone for drops. ISP fixed it for me. Silver Hustler 13 says, weak on the hard top, though. Okay, he's talking to Polly Buck. HSN. Silver Bull 30 says, HSN is on now, selling 2022 Britannias for the low price of $50. And I'm just joking when I say the low price. Yes, I agree. Silver Bull 30, I agree. Terrible. And Silver Hustlin 13 says, loves those Libertads. Let's see. Nick's Coin says, wish we could. And I believe you're referring to buying bullion straight from the U.S. Mint, and I wish we could too. Because, when I went on, if you go to the Royal Mint's website, their coins are priced in, euros. But I believe currently the euro and the dollar is close. And it looks like you can buy cheaper. Now, of course, you're going to have to pay for overseas shipping and all that. So it probably won't turn out to be cheaper by much, if any, because of shipping and that kind of stuff. But it was much cheaper on there than buying from any of the dealers that I've seen. Let's see. CG Griller Stacker says, totally agree with you regarding the Fiji Morgan and Peace. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. Donald in New Mexico says, but I'm stupid. No, you're not. Okay. Silver Honda says, good night. Mrs. Silver Honda wants to do something with Mr. Silver Honda. And okay, good night. He says, as Casey Kasem would say, keep your feet on the silver and keep reaching for the gold. I'm going to try to keep reaching for that gold for sure. Silver Hustling 13 says, I was going to go after market. James Smith says they were extremely overpriced. And Nick's Coin says, I don't like the Dolphins, and Josh Allen and the Bills will kick their butts. Andy Resnick, welcome. Andy Resnick says, good evening, folks. And Clean Money talking to Donald. I almost grabbed the reverse proof set. I'm too cheap. Which reverse proof set are you talking about? Are you talking about the U.S. Mint Morgan and Peace reverse proof set? Or are you talking the one that was on the other place? Television. The Fiji one. Nick's Coin saying goodnight to Silver Honda. Silver Hustler 13 talking to Nick's Coins. Okay. Bandit Jones says, do you believe the purity level of the U.S. Mint coins a problem for their sales? Are you talking about the purity? Are you talking about the fluctuation in weight as far as like their proof sets are concerned? Not sure exactly what you mean, the purity level. Let's see. Silver Hustler Thirsty said, go ahead and move to the UK so you can order from the Mint. I mean, you can order from the Mint here. Don't have to move to the UK for that. Let's see. Silver Hustler says 13 says the purity is 999. Down in New Mexico. You're welcome. Yeah. I think you're a pretty smart guy. Let's see. C. All right. C Griller Stacker says, good time to travel to Europe given current euro dollar ratio. Nick Coins talking to Andy Resnick. Scrolling down in the chat. Mr. Polly Buck. I don't see that as a problem. Bullion is 0.999 or 4 nines. It's all bullion. I agree. 1 ounce is 1 ounce. That's why, I think when you talk about gold, United States Mint, Eagles, I like the gold eagle, even though it's 22K, it's still 1 ounce of gold. I kind of like the more of a copper-ish look anyway. It's got a little bit of silver, a little bit of copper. Buffalo's 24K, 1 ounce of gold. It's all 1 ounce of gold. Bannon Jones says still copper in U.S. coins. Let's see. Minted AUAG says Buffalo. So everybody in this chat, while we're in here, 29 people watching, maybe I'll put it in the. Let me do a poll. I'm gonna do a poll. Let's see, I'm gonna do a poll. Let me see if I can create a poll, and it looks like it's not giving me the option to poll. Usually you can create a poll in here, and it's not giving me that option. Okay, so it's not giving me the option to create a poll on here. So let me know in the chat as it relates to American Gold Eagles and American Gold Buffaloes. Do you prefer Eagle or Buffalo? In the chat, just type Eagle to make it simple. Eagle or Buffalo. And I don't know why this thing. Oh, yeah, I don't know why this thing tonight's not letting me create a poll on here. So I'm going to have to just count them manually. Sergeant T says, the wife and I are going to New Zealand next year. I was thinking about taking a couple of silver tubes of ASEs. Taking a couple of tubes of ASEs. Cool. Why? Let's see. So, okay, so let's count these. Nick's Coin says Eagle, no preference, Eagle, Eagle, Eagle. Got a Bison, Eagle, 5 Eagles. Buffalo. I'll have to count those. All right. Timbo White, good evening. Chad Lichtenstein says, I say Gold Eagle because I have more of them than Buffaloes, but I like Fire Gold Buffalo. I like the Eagle mainly because it seems to be more popular. Well, when I say more popular, because my LCS now premiums are a factor, of course, when you're buying them, and so you're going to pay more currently for an Eagle, I do believe, than you will a Buffalo. But vice versa, if I go to my local coin shop, they pay you more for the Eagle than they pay you for the Buffalo. James Smith says Eagles are my favorite. Minted AUAG says local currency usually rules for trades. Speaking of Buffaloes, anybody watching this football game tonight? I know Nick's Coins is watching it. All right, let's see. Bandit Jones says, gotta bounce. The dog is giving me a look. Gotta let the dog out. Let that dog out. Feed that dog. Does he want to eat? Does he want to go outside? Whatever it is, take care of that dog. Take care, Bandit Jones. Thank you for popping in and joining. Appreciate it. Holly Buck says, watching the Eagles and Vikings. Nick's Coin says, me, Bills are awesome and hurting my heart. Bills. Whoa, what? Bills, hold on. Bills are awesome and it hurts my heart. Why? If they're awesome, well, they're winning. Or it hurts because they are awesome and they're winning. I got it. I think that's what you're saying. Because you don't like them. Because they're going to beat the Patriots? Or did they beat the Patriots? Did they play the Patriots yet? Let me see if the Buffalo Bills played the Patriots yet. I don't know if they did. Did they play in week 1? New England. New England Patriots. They played the Dolphins. What week do they play the Bills? Yeah, because Josh Allen is pretty great. All right, let's see. I'm about to lose people. Italian G says, as I remember, Wolverine called $17 silver last year when silver was 27, and I'm not sure if I called 17. I know I said a number of times that it would get under 20, 19. I think I might have said 18. Not sure if I said 17. I say a lot of stuff. But thanks, Italian G. I think I did say something like that. Andy Resnick says 6 Eagles, 5 Buffs. Thank you, sir. Thank you for counting 6 Eagles, 5 Buffs. So far, the Eagles win. So if you have anything else, let me know in the comments. But right now, 6 Eagles, 5 Buffaloes. And in that 5 Buffaloes, did you count the Bison in that Buffalo count? I'm sure you did, but just asking. Down to New Mexico, and talking to Andy, Buffaloes win by 2 touchdowns. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta scroll up. This chat keeps automatically scrolling me down to the bottom, so I lose my spot. I'm trying to not give you guys any dead air. I know there's parts of the stream that had dead air. Okay, so I'm back to where I was. Yep, bullseye, says Nick's Coins. Nick's Coin says they will beat them. And I'm sure she's talking about the Buffaloes. Yeah, Buffalo is going to beat pretty much everything. Polly Buck says, "How about them Lions?" When you have a bad team, historically bad team, a team that doesn't do a whole lot of winning, when everybody gets excited about a win. So, but yes, the offense, though, 2 games in a row has looked pretty good, and the defense has looked equally as bad as the offense has looked good. New York Bills can win Super Bowl. Nick Coin says, "Thank you. We don't need a recap." Uh, Italian G says, "Watching WWE." Hurts touchdown rushing. Oh, Hurts ran for a touchdown? Cool. I don't have that game on. I should turn that game on. What channel is that game on, Polly Buck? Both games are now in progress as Bad Gateway. Thank you, Italian G. Let's see. This coin says, "Not New York Bills." Chad Lichtenstein says, "Gotta go with Eagles on my boat. Uh, can't go wrong with a Go Eagle. Everyone knows what they are." Yep. And the old design, the family of Eagles for sure. And I'm sure people would get more than used to the newer design, the new design for both the gold and the silver, even though more people, I think, more so like the gold design, reverse design on the gold eagle, more so than people like the silver. Let's see. Down in New Mexico says Nick needs a recap on the 2021 Morgans. I'm so glad you mentioned that, Donald. 2021 Morgans. If you think in the chat, let me know in the comments in the chat if you think the 2021 Morgan and Peace dollars from the United States Mint are awesome. Type the word "awesome" in the chat, and that's for Nick's coins. Let's see what that. Let me see if I can do a poll yet. I don't know why this thing's not letting me do a poll. Maybe they took that option away. All right, let's see. Sergeant T says Lions and Browns haven't made it to the Super Bowl yet. Polly Buck says ABC. All right, let me check out ABC. Let me put that on here real quick, and ABC. And there it is, Vikings. Okay, I'm going to turn that one on. Bad Gateway says, "Bad injury to a Bills player. I hate to see the injuries." Yep, injuries are no good. Polly Buck. Nick's Coins is not being so nice to Polly Buck. Nick's Coins is, I am just calling Andy Resnick smart. And let's see up here. Andy Resnick says, "I am not falling for this. Call me a coward." And not sure what that's all about, but let's scroll back up through here. Maples are, Sergeant T says Maples are noteworthy too. As far as silver is concerned, premiums are definitely a lot lower on Maples. Speaking of Eagles and Buffaloes, I just picked up while I was at my local coin shop the other day. I haven't done a video on it and not sure if I will or not. but I picked up what I think is one of the better privately minted silver buffaloes, and that is from the Golden State Mint. And that was the first silver buffalo from the Golden State Mint I've ever purchased, and I always wanted one, and the local coin shop had a tube of them, so I purchased one. Silver Supplement is in here. How's it going, Mr. Silver Supplement? Nick Coin says the Morgan 2021 are the U.S. Mint's biggest mistake. And I think we on a lot of things we've been agreeing lately. And I kind of enjoy agreeing with you on the majority of stuff lately. But that I don't think we're ever going to agree on that unless you come around to the good side and start liking the 2021 Morgans. And then Nick's Coins just followed that up by saying, I know, I like the Morgan 2023. Silver Frogman is in the house. Welcome, Silver Frogman. Not sure if you just popped in or if I missed you, but how's it going? Celtic Knox says Golden State Mint Buffaloes are great with reflective fields. Yep. I think there may be some more higher premium privately minted buffaloes that are better, like what's that? I can't remember what the company's called, but I think there is better ones out there, but much higher premium. Andy Resnick says, that's Silver Supplement. Welcome. Yep. Silver discussion interlaced with football. We're just talking about a little bit of everything. Down in New Mexico says premium maples aren't cheap. Yeah, premium. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely higher premium maples out there, like the super incused, and I think it's like rose. I don't know. It's like a rose color or something. I think there's one that has like rose gold or something on the maple leaf. There's definitely higher premium maples that are out there for sure. Let's see. Silver Frogman saying hello, welcome. Celtic Knot says reverse proof, but my favorite is ice cream. Nick's Coin says her favorite ice cream is coffee ice cream. Nick's Coin says I wouldn't buy one. You might blow it up. What, a maple? Yeah, I blew up a maple. That's for sure. I did. My plan wasn't to blow it up, but it turned out that that's what happened, I guess, because it was there, and the next minute it was gone. So it went through the snow. It was out in the snow for all winter, and then on the 4th of July, it was gone. So at Polybuck, what is the score of your game? Okay. Sergeant T says, I've been searching for the Privy Mark maples lately. You're talking about the older Privy Mark maples, like I think they had one with a Bigfoot Privy Mark. I think they had a wolf Privy Mark. But what else did they have? They had quite the Royal Canadian Mint on those maple leafs. They've done a whole bunch of Privy Marks. Some of them lower mintage than others. Down in New Mexico says, I thought you launched it to the moon. Yeah, I mean, I sent silver, to the moon. Single-handedly sent silver to the moon. Chad Lichtenstein says, If I knew how to fill out the grading form, I'd put a bid for an ungraded 88D penny transitional error on eBay. The PCGS population numbers are very low. Impossible to find a graded slab. Andy Resnick says gold 1677, silver 1948. Source Physic Friends Network. Well, let's check the let's go over to Kitco. Let's check the silver spot price. Silver is down 6 cents, down 0.31% to $19.48. Gold is down 0.03%, basically even at $1,676.40. Those are the current spot prices according to Kitco. Kenneth Ledford is in the house. Welcome. Hello. How's it going? Next coin says, I got the Bigfoot privy maple because the real Bigfoot lives in the woods behind my house. How's that working out? The real Bigfoot lives in the woods behind Nick's Coin's house. Let's see. Silver Moore Stacker Anthony says, hi, Silver Wing. Thank you. Thanks to you, I have been checking Coin Stats Machine. Hold on. Been checking Coin Stat Machine and finally hit it. Oh, Coinstar. Okay, Coinstar machines. Okay, got it. And finally hit it. 162 silver rosy and 2 presidential dollars and a bunch of foreign coins. Thanks for the tip. So that is awesome. I check. So for those of you who are not aware of what is going on, the Coinstar machine, if you live in the United States and if you go into any store, grocery store or whatnot, and you have a Coinstar machine, I always check the rejection slot of the Coinstar machines. And every now and then there's coins in there. And on a few occasions, I have found silver dimes. I think I found a silver quarter last year. And I have found silver coins, constitutional silver, pre 1965 silver on a few occasions. And he just said that he found a 1962 silver Roosevelt dime. So that's awesome. It's always good when you find some free constitutional silver, even if it is only one dime. Free is free, especially when they're selling it. I did ask the LCS when I was there last week how much they were charging for constitutional silver on Friday, and they said 20 times face. So I think that came down a little bit because I think it was, they were selling 24 times face and now it's 20 times face. Still too much for me. But 20 times face is what they're currently selling quarters and half dollars. 90%. Nick's Coin says he doesn't show himself. Andy Resnick talking to Donald, New Mexico. down in Mexico talking to this coin saying, I got the Titanic privy because it sunk in your backyard. So Nick's Coins has a Titanic in her backyard and a Bigfoot in her backyard. Silver Fox, do you jeweled coins? Jeweled. Do I have any jeweled coins from the Perth Mint? Have you seen them? I have seen them, not in person. I believe I have done a video on them. If you search the videos on my channel, I believe I've done at least one, maybe two videos on the jeweled. And no, I do not have any. I believe they are like, I can't remember how much they are, but they're like a huge amount of money. I mean, I thought they were, I may be off, but I thought they were like six figures as far as cost. I can't remember how much they were, but super expensive. Nope. I do not have any, but I have seen them. Chad Lichtenstein says, found a 1964 silver dime sitting on the top of it. Oh, on the top of a Coinstar? Not even in the Coinstar in the projection slot. It was just sitting on top. Interesting. So I think a lot of people are still kind of ignorant to the fact that there was silver in our coinage, pre 65. Especially people, the majority of people don't realize about the 1965 to 1969 40% Kennedy half dollars. And still, I mean that kind of proves it right there. A 1964 silver dime sitting on top of a Coinstar. There's still people who don't know about them. Next coin says, I always find coins in the Coinstar, and my kid hates it when I check. Yeah, I usually go to the store by myself, so I don't really embarrass anybody except for myself when I go and look in the Coinstar and grab a handful of coins, if there is a handful of coins out of there. I just found coins in there just a couple of days ago, but there was no silver, no W quarters or anything like that in there, so nothing special. But I can see how that would be an embarrassment to the people who you are with, but I don't mind. Polly Buck says, could have been the mushrooms. Kind of mushrooms you talking about, Polly Buck? I'm sure it's the kind you buy in the produce section, right? The mushrooms. I'm sure that's what you're talking about. Okay. Very Andy Resnick at Polly Buck, very well. I accept your finding as legitimate. 20 people in the chat. All right, let's see. At Polly Buck. Let's see. Salivate Metal is in the house at Polly Buck. I said at Polly Buck. That at and hashtag stuff. All right. Polly Buck says you missed my Bigfoot comment. All right, let me scroll up there and see if I can find the Bigfoot comment that Polly Buck is talking about. Let me scroll up because I saw the mushrooms. Let's see. Polly Buck. Oh, I saw Bigfoot once. I gave him a Slim Jim. He tossed it. Apparently, he likes Jack Links. All right, let's see. Let's scroll down. Salivate Metal's in here. Good to see you, Sal. Thanks for popping in tonight. Next coin says, why get embarrassed that people not checking the Coinstar should be an embarrassment? Because I always end up with more than I had, and that's a win. For sure. I agree. It is a win. Always. I always check the Coinstar no matter where I'm at. Usually nothing in there. And then on occasion, you find a handful of change, and even a rare occasion, but it does happen, you find some silver in the Coinstar. So Chad Lichtenstein says lots of people hate change and they leave it in the Coinstar if it rejects over and over. Yeah, and I don't understand that either. I mean, even when I take bottles or cans to the return, machine, because they charge us here. I don't know if they charge where you're at, if they charge you a deposit or not, but we have to pay 10 cents on all of our cans that are have any kind of carbonation to them. 10 cents, so we got to take them back. In some stores, you may buy a certain brand at a different store, and some stores don't take them. I never throw them away. I just take them to the store where I bought them from, or where they do accept them at. So I don't throw anything away. Salivate Metal, long time no see, says Nick's Coins. George Matthews is in the house. Welcome, George. Good to see you. 25 people in here currently. How many people has everybody here been introduced to Salivate Metal? How many people in here does not yet know who Salivate Metal is? Let's see. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you too. Polly Buck says that's where the mushrooms come into play. Let's see. Donald in New Donald in New Mexico says Sal who? Chad Lichtenstein says everyone should know Sal. Apparently, Donald in New Mexico doesn't know Sal, and Celtic Knock says, hold on. Let me try this. Hold on. Give me a moment. Celtic Knot says, let's explore. That's what Celtic Knot said. Salivate Metal says, Donald, don't forget about me. Ray Rockwood says, hold on, let me see. I feel stupid for this, but I'm totally considering ordering that 2022 reverse proof Peace and Morgan set from CSN. Do you think the NGC set is worth the extra 100 over the Annex? Personal opinion, I mean, I'm not a fan of either. So if I was going to buy it, would I pay the extra for the NGC? Probably not. But I did look up the population of the NGC, and the population at the time when I looked it up was pretty low. Like I think like 89 for one, 100 for the other, something like that. But it's up to you if you think it's worth it. I'm just not a fan of the Fiji coins. Well, Morgan and Peace Dollar. I have bought stuff from Fiji coins, just not the Morgan and Peace Dollar. Nick's Coin says, let's see, that was a pretty good impression, but Empire still does it better. What? Come on. You talking about Stormy Empire Precious Metals does it better? Salivate Metal says that was a good impression indeed. Celery Meadow. I want to hear Nick's Coins do an impression of me. Oh, I think that's a challenge. If I'm going to put you on the spot now. If you want to come up here and do a better, let's explore better than I did, that's a challenge. Let me know. I'll send you a link. You don't have to show your face. Let me know. Let's see. Salve Metal says, I want to hear. Yep. Okay. I already said that. Bad Gateway says, Ray, I would pay the extra $100. Yeah, I've never purchased anything or sent anything in or bought anything annex. Uh, not that there's anything wrong with annex. I just never bought anything. All right, let's see. Oh, I will do an impression for sure. So you want to do the impression tonight? You want me to send you a link? Sally Mel says, send me a link. I bet I can do. All right, let's see. I don't know if you're serious, but I will send a link. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Are we gonna have a let's explore off? All right, let me see. Invite. Here is the link. I'm going to be sending this to, let's see. Hold on a minute. I'm working on sending a couple of emails. This here. Right there. That. And this one. There. So I don't know if you're serious or not, but thanks for, okay. Ray Rockford says, thanks for answering the question and the chat. All right, let's see. Let's see if we're going to have a let's explore off. That would be pretty interesting. Nick Coin says that Andy Resnick, that's what my impression will be. What did Andy Resnick say over here? Let's see. Hey, let's explore that. Oh, let me see. Oh, hold on. Okay, let me add to the stream, Mr. Salivate Metal.
Greetings, you all. What's going on? This is my impression of Nick's Coins. I'll just imagine her with a British accent from Upper Maine.
Upper Maine.
No, I don't know where. I know she's somewhere in Maine, but hey.
Well, Nick's Coins has the link if she's gonna pop up. What's going on, Sal?
Oh, just chilling like Bob Dylan. That's what they say. Yes, indeed. Yeah, just finished watching a little Yellowstone. Got another. I had to unplug my DVD so I could plug in this microphone because I only have one USB that works with this thing. Yes, indeed.
Oh wow. So I was I think well before you came in here, I was talking a little earlier. I think what tomorrow starts the Fed meeting, right?
That's right. I think.
And
you
the
were there when I
23rd.
did the poll, right? When I had the poll up.
Yeah, what ended up winning? I selected 75 basis points. What ended up winning that poll?
It was 75 basis points, but it kept on getting narrower and narrower. More and more people. I think it was like 46 or something like that, and 40. So 40%, I think, thought it was going to be 100 basis points. And
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 75, and they're just going to continue to rate. They're going to continue to raise the rates for the next time.
I did a poll in my community tab today, and I was basically asking what everybody thought. Let me refresh this here. What everybody thought the bottom or the floor would be for silver. And that got 144 votes.
Nice.
And the options were $18, $17, $16, $15, and lower. And $15 got 20. Well, actually, it's a three-way tie. Three-way tie for 24%. $16, $15, and then the other option lower all got 24%. And then $18 and $17 has a two-way tie at 15%.
Wow. Yeah. So a lot of people are thinking lower silver prices. And I remember your prediction was $17 for quite a while. And we got into high 17s for a little while, didn't we?
Yeah, we did get into the 17s, and it quickly rebounded upwards.
And I thought the floor was going to be $20. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, with the inflation and everything, silver has been known, or speculated at least, that it was a hedge against inflation, and you've always said it was more so. I hope I'm quoting you right. Kind of protection against economic instability,
Right.
Stuff like that. And and silver has done for the last couple of years was pretty strong due to all of the stuff going on. It was in 2020 it was 26 to. I'm not sure if it actually hit $30, but it came pretty close. It was like pennies, like pennies short of $30.
Right. Yeah. It went in March of 2020. It went down below 12, and then by the end of the year, it got to almost 30. So it but the thing is the below 12 was a crash in the silver price, and the paper silver price. We know that we could not get physical silver for that much. But I look at it this way: silver will eventually be a hedge, or a hedge against inflation, in due course. What is that due course? We don't know. We don't know how long it's going to take. And by the way, for some people, like for instance, there's a guy that messaged me. This is so long ago. I still have yet to do a video on this. I'm not gonna go into detail here, but let's just say somebody stacked silver the exact wrong way, and this was years and years and years ago. This guy sent me this private message when YouTube had private messages.
I remember that.
There is a wrong way to stack silver, and this guy did it 100% the wrong way. And so it depends on how you buy. And then the thing is it's really not rocket science when you think about it, and that's why I have this thing. There's a thing called dollar cost averaging, which we're all pretty familiar with, but I take it a step further. I like to call it smart dollar cost averaging. And again, you can take a certain budget and say, I'm going to take this amount of money, these notes right here. This is a Federal Reserve note. You can take these Federal Reserve notes and say, I'm going to spend $50 a month on silver.
Yeah.
And no matter what, I'm going to buy $50 towards silver every month, no matter how high it is or how low it is. And my feeling is you know what? If there's a dip and you got a little bit more than $50, why not buy a little bit more? And if the price of silver spikes up dramatically, it's okay to take a month off and not buy any. Hold that dry powder. You know what I mean? To me, that just makes the most logical sense. It's common sense,
Yeah.
And if you do that, I think if you do that, it will preserve your wealth. But it's got to be a constant thing. Is
Yeah.
pack it away and you stack it away in a smart way, and you'll be fine. And do not be pressured. Do not be, uh, you know, what's the term? I would say pay no attention to what anybody says on YouTube or anywhere else as far as
Yeah,
gold and silver. And
for sure.
if you follow those guidelines for pure stacking purposes, you'll be fine.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, a lot of us do videos. A lot of us give our opinions. A lot of us have difference of opinions and different opinions, and it's a good idea to, maybe, listen to those opinions, but make your own decision, and not take the advice, or even look at it as advice from anybody.
That's right. And I mean, and like I've got a video coming out tomorrow that addresses some of this a little bit more. I mean, sometimes I do coin reviews. A bullion dealer will send me a coin, or whether it's stacking it. I've reviewed privately issued 10-ounce bars before. I've done collector coins. I'm looking at some pieces now that I'm going to be doing a review on. And those types of things are basically collectible silver, and
Yeah,
it's high premium silver that you kind of accumulate, not or you buy because you enjoy it, because it's kind of cool looking. And it may or may not do well in the secondary market, but it's not stackable silver. There's a difference. Even the Sullivan metal round is not stackable silver. It's just a piece of silver that has a channel name on it, and that's it. In fact, some places,
in which I have all of them. By the way.
yeah, yeah, you're one of the few that has all the different ones. Yeah, that's right. And
Except I think your original one, I have the proof like, and I think you also had like a BU type, but I don't have that one. I just bought the proof like, or the
okay,
original
yeah,
Caliber metal one.
right, yeah.
Um,
And but that's just it. And same thing with poured silver, same thing with this other specialty silver. There's so many different choices out there. And as long as you can separate the collectible silver, and I don't even like to really use the term high premium or whatever, because it is by definition high premium.
yeah,
That's not the type of silver to stack. That's the type of silver you have in your collection to
yeah.
enjoy.
Speaking of stuff that you like and enjoy and stuff, I went to my coin shop, the local coin shop, on Friday, and I didn't do any videos on it. I don't know if I will or not, but I picked up a couple silver pieces, just a couple 1 ounce silver rounds that I've been wanting for a while and just never did. And I think you actually, one of these, I think you actually unboxed a while back on your channel, the Golden State Mint Silver Buffalo,
Yeah.
because I think they do now. Now, does the Intaglio Mint do a Silver Buffalo? They do one, don't they?
Yes, they did a 2-ounce high relief one. I don't have it, but that's a nice one too. And that's a
Okay,
perfect
so
example. Talio Mint does amazing job on
yeah,
that.
so I think as far as lower premium privately minted buffaloes, I think the Golden State Mint does the better job. But I think the Intaglio is probably a little bit of a higher premium one,
Yes,
right?
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's high relief and it's 2 ounce. But yeah, I do love those Golden State Mint. I don't have but just one of those, by the way. But I
yeah,
like those because it has the textured background. Uh,
yeah. And that's what I picked up. I only bought one. They actually had a tube of them, and I only
oh,
purchased
nice.
one, and it was $23 for
Oh,
it.
nice. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah. And
So,
see,
so not horrible.
there is some. Have a good night, JD. Good to see you, JD. And appreciate all you guys being here. We got 31 watching now. If you do press that thumbs up button, you will not regret it. uh, but yeah, it's fun, I mean, even some of the low premium. I bought a tube of the Scottsdale Reserve. They're just cool looking pieces, and and I don't think there's anything wrong with buying. As long as you understand that if you do pay a higher premium, you may not get that premium back, and
Yeah.
but that's the kind of silver you have to separate from the stackable silver.
Yeah, at the other silver round that I don't know if I'm going to put that on the channel or not, but it says "Let's go" something. I don't know. Um,
Oh, let's go Brady bunch.
yeah, let's go Brady.
Let's go Tom Brady. Let's go Tom Brady.
Yeah. So
That's
that
for Nick's coins. Let's go Morgan. Let's go George T. Morgan. Let's go peace. Let's go peace.
yeah. Um,
Global warmer is
so
here, by the way. Thumbing up. There's the global warmer, the one.
global warmer. It seems like as soon as you popped up, um, I got a spike in people joining.
I feel compelled now that the global warmer is here and JM Unleashed is here and you're here. It's
Yeah.
amazing. I'm surprised you're here, actually. Silver Wolverine's in his own live stream. Who would have thunk that? It's like but I'm going to do a couple push ups. Here we go.
Oh, push ups.
Hang on,
And by the way, Donald in New Mexico, speaking of push ups, said, well, when you were playing with that dollar bill or whatever, it said it was Donald in New Mexico said it was fake.
What was that? I was doing push ups. I counted quietly because I know you were talking. I want to talk over you. So what was fake?
Your dollar bill or whatever it was you were playing with, yeah, that right there. He said that was fake.
Can you hear that in stereo?
Yep.
That is a real dollar bill, Donald. I mean, even smells like it's real. I promise you that.
Celtic Knot says Golden State Mint has good prices for shipping unless it's for the silver squeeze.
I've never bought directly from the GSM.
No, I didn't even know you could. Speaking of buying directly, I was just chatting on here at the very beginning when I started. Did you know on the Royal Mint, you can buy bullion directly from them?
Yeah, yep. I almost made a purchase from them, but if you have to put in a Visa debit card. No credit cards are allowed.
Okay.
And they still charge 3%. And so the prices are not very, very good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was looking at the prices and I was comparing them because euros and dollars are pretty close.
Yeah.
And and I was looking at it. Then I went to one of the dealers' websites and it looked like it was way cheaper. But then, because I did create an account, and then I was going through the process and it looked like they were going to charge me a VAT tax.
No, they won't charge you a VAT tax. I chatted with one of them. If you're from out of the country, they will not charge a VAT.
Okay.
But as Paulie Buck says, I pushed it real good. So I did the push-ups. You had to do it. Had to push it real good. Are you slurping something?
Am I? No, I don't even have anything in here to slurp, or else I would. Are you? Do you have a
playing tricks on me? I have a bottled water here.
Okay.
So it's hard for me to slurp it. I'll try here. I really can't do it. I just can't do it.
Let me see.
Donald
sold a three Liberty medal for a small profit on eBay. Three Liberty medals. Okay, 3 Liberty medals for a small profit on eBay, all in a one shot. You were smart to stay away from the U.S. Mint purchase. Okay.
Oh, wow. Are those Liberty medals chai? Are they going? Is it chai or Kai Turin? I always get it. But he's got a great channel too, by the way.
Yep. In fact, I just subscribed right around the Liberty medal release. I just subscribed to him.
Oh, it's Shy.
I think on that day.
Okay, thank you. It's Shy Turin. I got to remember that. Shy Turin.
Yeah.
Are those Liberty medals, are they still doing okay in the secondary market?
Yeah, I think he said he made a very small
profit.
Profit, yeah. Let's see. Silver Freak says, I got a Proof Britannia and 2 of the 3 Grace silver ounce bars.
Three graces, yeah, the 1 ounce silver bars for a good deal. All right, yeah, because the Silver Freak shipping is like what, $35, right? From the Royal Mint, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's something like that.
Okay. So anyway, so I mean, I was looking at because the other poll that I did the other day was and relates to the U.S. Mint and their bullion. And I was going through actually, I was looking at the legislation on the U.S. Mint bullion. One that was in 85, and then there was one they updated some of it in 2010. I think, but I don't see anywhere on there. And in terms of sales, where in the legislation it says that they can't sell to the public. So I don't know if that's a U.S. Mint thing or if it's actually a Congress legislation because I don't see anywhere in the bill where it says they can't sell to the public.
Well, for what
Or
bill
or
again? For the bill for what?
for silver and gold bullion eagles.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, there may not be. I mean, but the thing is the Mint just does not have the logistics to sell directly to the public. I mean,
Yeah.
heck, they can't even make their own blanks. So,
Right.
and they can't even find another blank manufacturer. So
Right.
I think what they're doing is the BPPP or ABPP program
Yeah.
is something they're trying to, because of the demand. This is how I reason what their decision to do this was, is in order to spread out the availability of some of these products, they are selling to these other dealers, and but they have to come pick the products up so that they don't have all the strain on their website. They can get it from these other dealers that market them. But as you know, and as you've seen, we've got these eagles that are coming in these trays, and they're
Yeah.
and, and they're selling these trays, and they're going directly to the grading companies.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
and to me, that's just insane, and I think it's a big scam. I mean, that's a pretty strong word, uh,
Yeah.
but I don't like the idea of modern coin grading anyway. But and the fact that they're selling these things in these trays means that's what else are they going to do? You're not going to just sell a
No.
coin capsule. If you buy something from the Mint, you want to get the whole package, the whole deal. Of course, the
Yeah.
package sucks nowadays, but I digress.
True. Yeah, and I think that's what they're doing too with those 40 coin those bulk packs, and it's all what it's also doing is inflating uh, the sales numbers and the mintage numbers and making them way too high,
That's
and
right, and you
that's
documented
why
that,
I
yeah.
don't really like it. And I think the reason why they do that, sell them in those bulk packs, and why these dealers buy them like that is for the grading and because there are so many people who do the registry sets. And I think, and I've done a couple of videos on this, and I've actually asked in a question, I mean, in the video, for people who are more familiar with registry sets, because I'm not, because I don't get into that. Even though I've had stuff sent off for grading, and I'm not really into it like that, but I have sent a select few things off. But these registry sets, from what my local coin shop was telling me, is that a lot of people who are into registry sets need all the variations of the labels.
Wow.
And so if you're doing a registry set, say of the Liberty Medal from this year, you need all the variations of those medals. I mean, of those labels, which would include, I would guess, the ANA release label, which was going for like, I don't know, $500 at one point. Don't know if it came down since then. But they have to put together a whole registry set of a collection of labels.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, you can really get into the weeds with that kind of stuff, and you're paying for the label at that point. You're not paying for the coin. Just like the emergency issue releases they did, starting with the
Yeah.
pandemic, and
Another thing that I don't like.
yeah, it's like, to me, it's like, if you take if there's a fire, or something, that slab gets destroyed, you're out. Your
Well,
collectability is gone. And to me,
yeah,
that's not what coin collecting is about.
And
if there's not recognizable in the coin, what's the freaking use?
yeah, I want to say hello real quick. Think for yourself popped in. Hey, what's going
Hey,
on?
Thorn, how's it going?
And the same thing can be said, I guess, for the last of the U.S. Mint auction that they just had. I mean, same thing. You're paying for the label now, even though there was an article that came out. I believe it was Coin World, I think, who said that that was a true first and last strike. If there's going to be a first or last strike of anything,
Yeah,
that would be the true one. But still, I mean, it's still the label, right?
that's right, exactly. You're taking their word for it, and I believe them that it's the first and last strike. But again, same type of deal. That label's gone. And by the way, I'm not against authenticating. I think that
Oh
is
yeah,
part of what I believe. That's probably the biggest value that you can get with some of these for the modern stuff. Now, for the older coins, there's value in grading, but in honestly, in reality, coin grading is based off the Sheldon scale, 1 through 70. And there's some numbers missing in there. And that system was geared around towards large cents. That's what it was made for. And it was adapted to these other coins. So really, it's not an accurate representation, I don't think, of how coin grading should be. They just have kind of, for lack of a better term, bastardized it to fit, the 20-cent pieces, the nickels, the 3-cent pieces, the trimes, the dimes, the quarters, and the half dollars and dollars, and specialty pieces. And now it's being implemented for the modern stuff. And if you get a 69, you may as
yep,
well throw away your grading fees. And in
yep.
fact, people that get 68s and 67s, oh, I got
Ooh,
one of two. Those are becoming more popular now, or becoming more valuable because hey, it's a 68. I mean, it's like that must be some problem there. That might even be considered an error coin because of that. But
yeah,
just it's just a whole system. I've never been a fan of it, and I think that even for the Morgan dollars, especially the higher grade Morgan dollars, it's there's so many of them out there. It's become kind of a racket.
yeah, yeah. And I've even noticed with that U.S. Mint auction that they had on Stax Bowers, there was one I saw. There was a 68. That there was one that was graded a 68, and the 68 actually went for more than a 69, and it was because it was one of the lower or one of the last ones of the classic or the Type One design. I think it was a Silver Eagle, but the 68 actually went for more than the 69 because it was 15th to the last, where one of the 69s was like, I don't know, 25th to the last or whatever. So the 68 actually went for more.
Yeah, it's
So
nuts. It's crazy. And I mean, it's I've got I remember looking at the 2015 ultra high or the high relief dollars, or not dollars, the gold American Liberty, the first year of issues, a set of those, one in a 69 and one in a 70. And I looked at them close, and I literally could not tell the difference between the two of them. They looked exactly the same, and what they don't look at, and when they grade those coins, is really what is alarming. They don't look at the edge. They don't look at the rim. The rims don't matter to them. So if there's finning on a coin, or if it's off center a little bit, they don't count that.
yeah, wow,
And
yeah,
that boggles my mind.
yeah. And speaking of the offset, I mean, and it seems like it's more of a common thing, these days, especially because you bought that gold Liberty last year, as well as three of the silver ones this year,
Yeah,
and every one of them was struck off center.
right. Yep. It's insane. I don't see how they cannot set those tolerances up when they strike these things. I mean, in fact, I know that they know about this problem because if you look at the book that comes with the ultra high relief double eagle, that was one of the things that worked to stop was finning. It's mentioned in that book.
Yeah,
And that was due to the leadership of Edmund C. Moy, the mint director. He was all about this coin. He's the one that championed it. And he wanted it done exactly right. They did a lot of test strikes with it. And obviously, that was the first time they've done an ultra high relief coin. The U.S. Mint's ever done that. That's the very first time. So they mass produced them, and all of them came out, or all the ones I've seen came out great. I've seen a few with very, very, very slight finning, but not anything to write home about. But as far as these other pieces, especially the buffalo coins, look at the gold buffaloes. Every single gold buffalo I've ever seen has finning on it.
I have one and I haven't paid attention to it. I know I bought it a couple years ago and it was originally a PCGS 69, just a bullion coin. And then I had it taken out of that slab and I just put it into a capsule. I'm going to have to look at it and see because I'm not sure.
Shave with it. You can shave with it.
But like Corn said on here, he said and he's right. He said that the silver eagles were going for more than the gold eagles. And so, as you know, and you did a video on that, the highest one was $100,000, which was a gold, followed by two silver eagles that went for $85,000 and $80,000 each.
It's insanity. It's an absolute insanity. I was never a big fan of that whole auction thing and the way they did that. And where does the money go? By the way, does it go back into the mint? Did they? I mean, did the general revenues of the Treasury? I don't remember hearing anything about where the proceeds go for that.
Is it going to go to buy some more Sunshine Silver blanks?
Yeah, maybe so. Or maybe they'll put it into some packaging improvements, like at least get us back to where we were with packaging.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What's that?
It's all about the package.
All about the package. Yeah. So yeah, and I agree. The packaging, subpar for sure. Except for the Liberty, metal had a good, decent packaging, but like a lot of people said, it was oversized.
Yeah, oversized for what it was. Yep.
So I mean, how about meeting in the middle and doing half of the packaging for the metal and putting the rest of the packaging in for the proof eagles?
There you go. Exactly. There you go. Exactly. Yep. I like that. Yeah. There's so many things. See, the Mint a couple of years ago, right at the beginning of David J. Ryder's tenure, they put out a invite. I guess I don't know how they picked people, but there was like a collectors forum, and people could. And I wish I could have gone to that because I would have loved to given them my opinion on it, but all the decisions that they made under Ryder, and they're continuing in that vein now, they've gone in exactly the wrong direction to what I would think any collector would want, from mints. And it's just like, and all they got to do really is just look at what the other mints are doing in terms of packaging, in terms of, mark. Now, obviously, the Perth Mint, the Royal Canadian Mint, they do have official distributors for their collector coins. And the United States Mint doesn't have that. So they sell directly to the public. That's the difference. And I think really if they were to do that and say, hey, we're going to send you an allotment, but you can't sell them for more than this price.
You said the Royal Mint or the Royal Canadian Mint?
Oh, actually, the Royal Canadian Mint. I don't know if the Royal Mint does that, or I think the Royal Mint does because I've seen them on APMEX.
Yeah,
the Royal Mint stuff and some other places too. So they may have a deal with some of these bullion dealers. I don't know, but that's collector coins, and that's a different thing than the bullion stuff. And with the United States Mint does now, they're charging like $3.10 an eagle now for a silver eagle, and that's just insanity. I mean, they've gone up way higher than inflation on their collector coin prices, and way higher than inflation on their bullion, and we have less quality, and it's disconcerting. I wish they would. I'm waiting for the U.S. Mint website to send me another one of the survey things, which I filled out.
Yeah. I know Corn was saying that he said that he got priced out because he said originally that he may bid on those U.S. Mint auctions, and if he were to win it, he would crack it out of the slab. But he said that he got priced out days before that auction even went live, which is a little confusing to me because they said that it was going live on the 1st of September, I think it was. But when they say live, I think they mean that's when it's going to end. But bidding started well before then.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, so bidding, so you could actually bid on it like a week or 2 weeks before they quote said it went live. But I think the bidding, it really ramped up on the 1st, but I think it actually ended, I believe, on the 1st. But you could start bidding on it well before then.
That would have been so funny if Korn got one of those and cracked it out of the slab. That video would have gone viral. I guarantee you. Probably Coin World would have seen it and probably like, collector takes coin out of the yeah. But it would be a great point to prove, though, if you could afford to do it. You say, hey, this is what it's about. Now it's broken out. The only evidence you have is this video, and I think it would send a powerful message that, hey, you know what? Buy the coin, not the slab. And
yeah, and that's why my local coin shop, they were the one telling me, because I was kind of debating them, and I hate to get in debates at the coin shop, but occasionally I get in debates, and I was talking about the emergency eagles, and struck at this mint, struck at that other mint, Philadelphia, San Francisco, West Point, whatever the case, before these silver eagles. And I said, it just doesn't make sense why we would pay a premium for that if, like you said, something were to happen. And he said it's all because of the registry sets, and because that people need those labels, and they're going to pay more of a premium for the registry set, for the emergency strikes and the struck at all these other different mints, and that's the whole reason behind why they do them in the first place.
Right, yeah, wow, yeah, that's crazy, and that's just a foreign concept to me. You're paying for a pretty little label, and so it's not only are you paying for the slab, you're paying for a piece of printed paper, and instead of the coin, it's just nuts. And I never understood, like, APMEX has these special mint packs or whatever. You can buy an eagle and a little card or something like that. What's the point of that? I never understood that. You pay a premium to have their APMEX packaging around the silver eagle. I just don't get that.
Yeah, it's just to say Mint Direct.
Yeah, Mint Direct, that's it. Yeah, Mint Direct.
So I've bought a couple like that. I think I bought a couple quarter ounce gold eagles that was Mint Direct, but it was because during that time, in like 2018, somewhere around there, when you used to be able to get, and I know you never, were able to get the eBay bucks, 10 times eBay bucks and stuff like that. And that was when eBay would let you actually use eBay bucks. I think they, at some point didn't let you do it anymore. But and the reason why I did it was because I was able to get the 10 times eBay bucks back on those, which made it cheaper. And it was only good. You could only do the 10 times eBay bucks for the Mint Direct. But if it was just a bullion coin and a flip, it wasn't good on those.
Okay.
But it actually brought the price down to where it was cheaper doing it that way, doing the Mint Direct, than buying it in a flip.
That makes sense, right? I guess my only guess is for those Mint Direct packaging is this is stuff that comes directly from the mint because they're an AP, authorized purchaser, which APMEX is.
Yeah.
But the thing is if you buy a 2022 Silver Eagle from APMEX, more likely it's going to be Mint Direct anyway, right?
Right.
Don in Mexico likes the TEP packaging. I get pristine example for my collection. I used to buy a tube and get a nice one. The TEP, is that tamper something? Is that what does the TEP stand for?
I don't know what that is.
I've heard it before, but so it is. So they're handpicked. They're better examples, I guess.
Oh, it says pristine example for my collection. I used to buy a tube. Who does that? Does that come from the mint? From the U.S. Mint?
Tamper evident packaging. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Shai. That's what I knew. I heard that term before. Yeah.
That and that's U.S. mint coinage, or they do that for multiple mints.
Because
I
I've
don't know.
wondered if it's hand picked for the. I think it is
Well,
multiple mints.
well, what I'm assuming is when they say it's mint direct, it's probably not coming in. Well, I don't know for a fact, but I'm guessing it's not coming in a tube, so they're not scratching up against each other. And maybe the mint. I don't know if the mint's putting them in those mint direct packages. I don't know if they do that or not, or if Amex puts them in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know either.
But I do have a couple of the quarter ounce gold eagles in those. Speaking of quarter ounce gold eagles, I picked up one of those from the coin shop the other day too,
Oh,
and
congratulations.
it was 480 for a quarter ounce,
What year did you get?
2022.
Okay, nice.
And I think
Sky says, when are you going to start bottling your ASC silver water so I can use it as a spray against infections instead of Neosporin? Stay tuned. I still have that sucker. I got that saltwater eagle. I got to pull it out. That's what she said. No, that's what I said. Anyways, I'm going to do another video on it. I have not seen it for probably a year. We'll see what it looks like this year.
can't wait.
Saltwater eagle.
You're going to do a video on that. You said this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. In fact, it's probably around because it was around September, so
Uh,
we're probably right around the time. I gotta search my old videos to see when it was. In fact, hold on a second. I can do that right now. Let me do
yeah,
human to eagle.
the
If I,
the salt. Yeah, the one that you had in the salt.
yeah, September 22nd, 2020 is when the first one was done, and so yes, indeed, September 25th, 2001 was the last video I did on it. So yeah. So it's around a couple of days I'll be doing that. It'll be all the rage. At least that's what they
Salt
say.
saltwater metal, says Silver Heist.
That's right. Saltwater metal. That's right. Silver ice. That's right. Exactly.
Shy says to me, were you able to score any good deals on silver when silver was 17, the start of the month? No, no. I mean, I bought a couple of things, like I said, from my coin shop this past week or last week. And I bought a couple, just, privately minted rounds for 23. One was 23 and one was 24.
That's
Uh,
considered a good deal these days.
yeah, and I started changing the way that because I used to call all of them generic, and then your video said they're not generic. They have a name. They're just
Yeah,
privately
yeah.
minted.
I know I'm a little bit of a stickler for some language, and I'm not the best with language, but
Yeah,
I don't like the term junk silver. I don't like the term generic silver. Unless it doesn't really have a name on it, then that's
yeah,
generic. But if those GSM those buffaloes have the GSM privy, that's their mint mark. So we know and they actually say Golden State Mint on them.
yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, it's Shy says he missed the bottom when when silver was 17. But the problem is that I mean, yeah, the bottom was 17, or at that point that it was 17. But I mean, I don't think you can get anything for less than $5 under over spot. Unless you went with, I mean, there's been a lot of deals, all over the place for $1.99 over spot, but you got to buy a kilo.
Celtic Knot says best I got was 2140. And that's kind of where I was. That's about as low as I could go. My goal, though, for buying silver was what Korn said on a video: is think for yourself still here. He said if you can find silver out the door for $20, that's a good deal and to buy. And that
Yeah.
was kind of when I heard that, when he said that in a video, I was like, I want to push for that, but I never quite got there. But I think the lowest I bought was around what Celtic Knot had there for $21 and change. So I
But
did
that was for a kilo or a 100 ounce
yeah,
bar. A
yeah,
kilo.
kilo bars, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was my goal. I was like, if I could do that, if I could please Korn with the purchase of silver, then I know I'm doing something right,
Yeah, I mean, I would like to get 1 ounce, variations of rounds or coins or whatever for $20 out the door, but who knows if that's ever going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. Because I honestly think if the price continues to drop, and I think it will still probably see it drop before the end of the year, and then I think by the end of the year we'll see the prices creep back up. I'm still sticking with my crazy prediction, by the way, this year, but who knows? But I think as the prices go down, you'll see premiums increase in percentage, but the prices will be a little bit lower, but not a whole
Yeah,
lot lower.
yeah, yeah. Because I've been watching the prices of Eagles, and I've been noticing that on some websites that the price of Eagle premiums, I mean, still way too high, at like, still over $12 in premiums, but they were coming down from like 13.50 and they came down to almost down to 11, but then went up another 50 cents. So I don't know what they're doing.
Well, and it's the market. As you reported, the sales have gone down for a while,
Yeah.
and so people are not buying them, and rightfully so. And the thing is the Eagles, the quality is just not. I mean, they're not the best quality. Now, I do understand, and again, I know this sounds like a mint bashing session, but you think about it, the United States Mint, with the Silver Eagle, they're stamping out more of those than any other mint than probably the other top two mints combined. There's so many Eagles minted, and so they you're going to get some probably lax quality when you have to stamp out so many to keep up with demand.
Yeah.
But they're not keeping up with demand. That's part of the problem too. But I still think that uh, that really they should do a better job. They should try to really rinse those planchets down, get all that soap off of them, so we don't get the milk spots, and do a better job with the off-centered strikes because the Silver Eagles have them too. The Silver Eagles have the thinning as well, and so I don't know.
Yeah. Gold Maple's in here. Hey, what's going on, Gold Maple? Thanks for showing up. And down in New Mexico said I quit silver stacking when it went over $20 delivered. And I think Donald in New Mexico also said that he stopped because of, and I did a video on it a while back. I think it was July or somewhere around there, when he said that he had that wildfire,
Yeah.
and that he when he had to leave, he was trying to gather up all the silver and realized how heavy it was, and then he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get it all out, but I think he ended up getting it all out. But he said he needed a dolly and a truck to haul it all away, which kind of diverted him more towards stacking gold, but continuing his collection in silver dollars because he loves collecting the U.S. Mint silver dollars, Eagles and Morgan Peace dollars and whatever commemorative dollars and stuff like that.
Kind of a
So
wake up call when it comes to that. It's kind of a wake up call. I thought about that a lot when I did my full stack video.
yeah. Um, and I mean, you've done plenty of videos also on, the benefits of stacking gold, gold versus silver. And one of it is, you can store a lot more wealth in a smaller space with gold.
Yep, that's right. You sure can. And gold typically does not fluctuate as much as silver does, and that's precisely because it's valued. I have so many people on my channel say, "Well, hey, gold doesn't do anything. It just sits there, and it doesn't have any uses or as many uses as silver does." I said, "That's precisely why I'm stacking gold for that very reason, because it's a stable asset. It's not used as much. It's stacked away. Central banks are hoarding it. It's a tier one asset. Silver does not have those qualities that gold has.
Yeah. Lisa Simplified, aka otherwise known as my other self, is in here. How's it going? Hope your day's going well.
Hi, Lisa.
Um, yeah, I agree. All the above. At the end, John Shank. I'm thinking about putting up my silver collection for sale. It's well over 100,000, but not sure how to go about it. I just want to walk into a store. Yeah, and
Wow.
see, I mean, and that's a tricky thing is, depending on where you live and what LCSs you have in your area. My LCS that I have pays, at least for the newer stuff, at least last year anyway, in 2021, that they were paying a decent premium for United States Mint stuff. But depending on where you live and the coin shop and if they like modern stuff or not, is going to all depend on, those factors when you go to walk into a coin shop and sell that kind of stuff.
And I would not recommend just taking the whole lot into a coin shop at once. That's going to be overwhelming. That's so much silver, $100,000 worth. Yeah, that they're going to be like, yeah, we just can't handle that much inventory unless they're a massive, massive LCS, which I can't imagine that be the case. I would just bring in uh, bits at a time, and or spread it around. Maybe sell it to, if you have several LCSs in your area, shop around, that kind of thing. You may want to talk to a bigger dealer and see what they would do for it. But then again, you're it's tough to do that for the bigger online dealers too, because they're going to give you a flat fee and they're probably going to give you less than probably what a local coin shop would give you for it.
Yeah. See now for you in your case, Sal, because with your full collection video of all your commemoratives that you did, even though the most recent pickups, purchases, if you took everything all at once, let's just say, into your coin shop and you wanted to sell, I mean, you would probably not do too bad because of you started back in what, 80, 80
82,
what?
first one.
82, so you paid much less back then, right? And than you did right now. So you kind of dollar cost average to a certain degree on your U.S. Mint commemorative collection.
To a point. I didn't start really stacking those seriously until in 99. So I
Oh,
had to
okay.
go back and get some of those. Now, obviously, that's good and bad because some of those by that time were selling below issue price. So
Yeah,
I did really good on some of them, others not so good. I know that set that's the backbone of my collection right there. It's going to be a loss leader. There's no
okay.
question. But see, the thing is whatever I buy, I don't buy it with the intention of selling it for anything I
Right.
want to keep, unless it's something that I don't really care about. Like, for instance, the 2009 enhanced reverse proof. I
Yeah.
give two craps about that coin. You know, it's.
Don't tell Silver Honda that.
I mean, it's. I know. Yeah, yeah. So, Ron, plug your ears. I mean, to me, mint marks mean nothing to me.
Yeah,
Privy marks mean diddly squat. To me, it's about the look of the coin, the design of the coin. I like them thick, and I like them. I like a nice design that flows from the front to the back, from the obverse to the reverse. That's the
yeah,
biggest thing for me. I like the finishes. I like but I got a W minted enhanced reverse proof that came with that two coin set. That's fine. I got one. It just doesn't
yeah,
have an S on it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So
I agree. Yep.
I
I mean,
flipped that
I have the
puppy.
same one.
I flipped that puppy quicker than you can shake a stick.
I did too. Now, I think you end up getting more for it than I did because I sent mine off for grading. At then it came back. At then I sold it to my coin shop.
Right.
At then I went. At the same time I bought because back during that time I wasn't really big into buying from the U.S. Mint. I think I had a few purchases at that point, but it wasn't really until that point on that I really started to focus on the U.S. Um, and so when it came to the Pride of Two Nations, I didn't buy that directly from it, but I bought it from my coin shop when I sold them the San Francisco enhanced reverse proof to them.
Okay. Yeah. And I worked out a deal where I ended up trading it towards gold. Um, and I forget exactly. I did a video on it on that trade, but I kind of did the same thing. One of my local coin shops, they
Uh,
have really gotten into the modern stuff. So anything if I want to get doubles or whatever, I can sell those and put that towards gold or to pay for the other one. You know what I mean? I used to not
Yeah,
have that option because that's the only way I flip. I don't flip on eBay or try to sell at auctions or anything like that. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. I would be careful with starting auctions and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not. I have no interest in doing that for myself anyway. Sergeant T says I'm retired now and work part time. I started stacking last year. I see I see this all to sell in 10 years when I really retire. Yeah. So, I mean, in 10 years, I mean, I would think that a lot of the stuff would, it would do well in 10 years.
Yeah, I would agree. I
I
think
would
that's
hope. At least I would hope.
yeah, I would hope. I mean, there's obviously you look at 2011 to 2021,
Yeah.
compare those 2 years, and again, that goes back to a subject I'm going to be doing a video on. I've been wanting to do a video on this for quite a while, but I kind of wanted to wait until silver got really low to do this video. I'm still kind
Oh,
of
okay.
playing out because that's where it's going to mean the most. But
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
about timing and what you bought your silver for, because it's volatile. Silver is a volatile metal, sadly.
True. True.
Anyway,
Um,
well,
yeah.
so Wolverine, I got to head out of here, but good chatting with you and good seeing everybody here in the chat. Appreciate you guys.
Yep, I appreciate you coming up, and it was a fun conversation. And and uh, and I'm gonna probably head out shortly too. I was only planning on being for a short time, and in fact, I came up because I was on Nick's Coins a couple of times last 2 weeks in a row, 2 Saturdays, and I was having such a horrible time with my internet connection. So I wanted to see how it was now, and it seems to be fine today.
Yeah, great, great. All
So
right, thank
anyway,
you.
we'll see you. You're gonna be live tomorrow, right, Sal? Six
Yeah,
o'clock.
I'll be live tomorrow at 6 o'clock. If you guys are interested, we'll be live 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep, I remember, and I think you normally do your videos at what 9:30 in the morning, and then again one in about 5-ish
Yep,
in the evening.
that's a schedule that's about right. Sometimes it's a little bit here, 10 minutes there, off one way or the other, but that's the schedule. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right, thanks, Sal,
Thank
and
you.
talk
Take
to
care.
you later. All right, let's see. We have Silver Freak, Kenneth, Lisa Simplified. So I think I'm going to bail out as well. And thanks again for Sal who decided to pop in. And I thank everybody who joined this chat today. I appreciate everybody who stopped by, and it's always a fun time. My live streams are really never scheduled. I never know when I'm going to go live because I never know when I'm going to have the free time at any given time to do a live stream. So they're always usually unscheduled, and I just pop up whenever. So if you hit that notification bell, you'll know if I ever decide to go live. And check out again Sal. I'm sure everybody here already knows Sal's schedule for videos and his live streams that he does on Tuesdays, Fridays, and usually Sundays at 6 p.m. with Sunday at 6 p.m. being the market watch for when the market's open in London. So all right, thanks everybody. I appreciate everybody. If you didn't hit the like button, please hit that like button on your way out. And thanks everybody. And I'll talk to everybody later, either in the comment section of my videos, live streams of other people's videos, and or on my next video. So thanks everybody. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to everybody later. Thanks a lot, everyone.